Hi everyone, it's Melissa here and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm taking part in something really special. Moira O'Reilly, who many of you know and love, she has reached 1,000 subscribers on her YouTube channel and she's having a celebration with this amazing YouTube hop. And the brief that we've been given is to create a vacation or holiday themed layout. And it could be a staycation if you're scrapping your current photos, because as many of us, probably most of us actually, we're either still quarantined, still locked down, or in the case of myself, here in New Zealand our borders are shut except for those New Zealand nationals that are returning home. So I don't really scrap that many current photos anyway, and I took this as an opportunity to go back and scrap this beautiful little photo of Ava and I in Fiji. I think it was in 2018. So she looks at this photo and says baby Ava, and we're actually on Mala Mala Island, which is a resort island that you get to via ferry. I think it's about a 45-minute ride in the ferry. The island is tiny, you can walk around the whole thing in about 10 minutes, and it's just really lovely. A complete relaxing resort atmosphere. And yeah, I snapped this little selfie of Ava and I, and it's Ava in her first bikini, which is adorable. Yeah, so I'm using my May hip kit, which I'm working with at the moment, and I'm using the latest free cut file release from Paige Evans, and it's winter here at the moment, and I'm just loving scrapping a bit of what looks like summer. This is actually, I think we went in August. I think it was August. August in New Zealand is still winter, and I think it's winter in Fiji too, but compared to what our winter is like, it is incredibly hot. So it was lovely. This paper here that I'm fussy cutting now is from the Stamp Market. I think it's the Miss Modern collection, and this is a new company, well, new to HipKit anyway. And I just adore their products. They don't have a branding strip, which I'm quite enjoying too, because I'm a bit lazy, so it means I don't have to cut anything off the bottom. So I'm picking some of the smaller flowers on this to fussy cut. The leaves, unless they're attached to the flowers, are a bit more difficult to fussy cut because they're in parts, so I haven't used any of them. And I've cut a couple of the pink paisley 5th and Monaco papers, and you could see all the flowers there. So I've placed this big word on, or behind, I've placed it on this beautiful Vicky Burton paper, and it just makes me think of sun rays and all things tropical, which Fiji is. And I glued it down and then I left it for a while, and now I'm just showing you how I trim out a cut file once I've backed it. I did place my photo down first. I wasn't sure because I knew it wasn't going to fit, and there's a little bit at the bottom of the O where there's a gap where the photo doesn't fit. And I tried printing my photo at different sizes, but this was the best size. And I even tried printing it without a border, but then it was too big. So what I'm going to do is deal with that little gap by covering it with embellishment. So there's a little hint if you like putting a photo into a cut file and you haven't done it the proper way, that where you get your silhouette to put the photo into the shape and cut it out. I haven't done that because I'm lazy, because I haven't really learned how to do that, but I should. And here I'm just showing you how I deal with the inner parts of the letters. I just use my craft knife and then get my little close to my heart scissors that are really good for fussy cutting and just trim out the excess. And I even do this with tiny little parts as well. Now, I'm sorry, but for some reason I didn't press record, but here I'm colour matching my watercolour splatters with the pattern paper, so where I'm going to position that word memories. And then what I do in between each colour is dry off my splatters with my heat gun, and that way I don't mix my colours or get them muddy. So that's a little hint as well. It's still the same day. I've put a hoodie on because it's absolutely freezing in this room that I'm in, but this is where my setup is and I wanted to get this done. And yeah. So I just want to say a bit about this hop. Moira has a prize, so she's saying, let me just see, that you need to head over to her channel where all the details of the giveaway will be. She also says, I think you have to create a layout as well, I think. yeah, let me just see. Sorry, I should have been more organised. Okay, so how to enter. You can enter simply by leaving a comment on her video answering a question. There's also bonus entries for creating a project based on 2 of her favourite series. Use a pin or scrap lift any of the off-the-board projects, or take any sketch from Christie's 30 Days of Sketches from Christie's Beautiful Life. And so, yeah, sounds pretty awesome. Moira has been one of the biggest cheerleaders to many of us. Before she had her own YouTube channel, she would comment, and still does, on most of our videos. She is one of the loveliest people that I haven't met, because I haven't really met any of you, but she is one of the loveliest people that I've become friends with from YouTube and Instagram, and also some of the groups on Facebook. I just adore everything she creates. She does lots of album shares and layout shares, and she participates in so many challenges and hops. And I know she's made many friends here as well, hence the number of people that are in this hop. And I know, Moira, we just all love you, we adore you. And I had a look back at your first video, and you actually said that Christina and a few others have really encouraged you to start your own YouTube channel, and you stepped out and did it. And Moira started her channel in 2018 in June, so she's been going 2 years, and she puts out so much wonderful content. Series that I particularly enjoy that she's doing are the freeze that she's doing, the spending freeze with Christy and a few others, and she's also doing this really, really awesome series about the Scrapbook and Cards Today sampler kits that you can get. You can't get them here in New Zealand because they don't ship to the southern part of the world, but yeah, I just love seeing her kit shares in there, and I just love watching all her videos, and I love seeing what she creates. And I've especially loved that she's going back and scrapping some older photos from her trip to Europe, and it's just so interesting and so awesome. So yeah, I just wanted to say thank you, Moira, for inviting me. It's a real honour to be invited, and it's a real privilege to be considered one of your friends here. And yeah, I just look forward to many more years of creating and sharing. And who knows, maybe we'll even meet one day in person. Wouldn't that be awesome? Wouldn't that be awesome if we could all meet? All our international scrappy friends could just get together for one big crop. I think it'd be amazing. So back to my layout. Now I'm coming to the embellishment, which is always the fun part for me. I'll be honest, I did have a bit of trouble with embellishing this one. I think because these flowers are very big, I don't have any sort of smaller ones, and they're all fussy cut. This collection, or this kit from Hip Kit, it did have some Vicky Burton flowers, but I didn't want to use them. I wanted to stick to the more clean lines of the flowers that I've cut. And I think one I even added after I'd filmed it. I put my layout where I put all of them when I'm done. I have 3 on display at a time, and I looked at it and I thought, yeah, it's missing something at the top. So in the final photo, you'll see that I've added one of the black and white flowers at the very top of the word memories. So my intention is that, well, I've done a mini album of this trip that sort of covers everything, or the main things, but I want each child to have 1 or 2 layouts in their album as well, so that they can remember the trip. And I think I've done Azaria and possibly Sam, but I hadn't done any for Ava or Brielle, so this is definitely a starting point in doing that. This kit is full of summer-themed products, and because we're not in summer, I actually hardly ever scrap the current season, or, yeah, I scrap with the season that most of you are in, because that's what the products I'm getting from Hip Kit are. And I don't mind that, because I'm not up to date, and I'm not a chronological scrapper, and I do quite enjoy scrapping the opposite season. And sometimes I even enjoy scrapping the current season with products that are not from that season. So yeah, this kit is perfect for these Fiji photos. So I've got some Dear Lizzie stickers going down now, some little leaves and flowers that I think add the perfect little accent to my clusters. I have clustered a lot around the photo, and I've covered up the little gap in the photo and the cut file with one of those Amy Tangerine yellow bows, and I just adore that. Yeah, so just going through, decided to add a hashtag to the word Fiji just to bring more attention to it. So the title of the layout would be Fiji Memories. Adding a little palm tree, because of course there are palm trees in Fiji. yeah, Fiji's still off limits to us. We did have announced on the news this week that New Zealand might open up a travel bubble with the Cook Islands, Rarotonga, so that would be quite amazing. That would mean no quarantining. Otherwise, we'd have to quarantine 2 weeks either side, and that's just not fun at all with children or a busy life. So I did look at those 5th and Monaco stickers, but nothing was really going to work with this page. Getting my journaling on now, talking about where we are, how cute she is in her first bikini. Yeah, I think that's the end of my layout. So I have the final page come up and a few close-ups, and below is the list of everyone participating in the hop, so do make sure you hop along. And yeah, it might be like taking a little holiday. Well, we can't take a holiday, traveling to other people's YouTube channels and watching their holiday layouts. So yeah, do make sure you head on over to Moira's channel as well, play along in her challenge, and you never know, it could be you that wins a prize. So thank you so much, Moira. Thank you for having me, and I'll see all of you on Instagram, YouTube, and probably on Facebook. Take care, everybody, and I'll see you soon.